Okay, it's better without the mute. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. Can we get a confirmation in chat that you can hear us? This is the first time we're testing this new setup, so it's not the usual in the couch and everything, so don't hesitate to let us know whether there is anything on the technical side that is an issue. So I am Fox Squadron. Well, okay, thanks for the confirmation, guys. This is Weaponized Caffeine, also known as El Commissar from the last stream. I've told him to try and look more alive this time. Hopefully he'll remember to do so. So yeah, well, basically the purpose of today's stream is just to, you know, just go with the flow and play the game a bit and answer questions from the chat as we get them. There isn't anything specific we really want to show, as much as, you know, we're just open. We're probably going to play the Riftborn because we're guessing that's what you guys want to see. And let's just go. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Alright, okay. I'm going to give you the mouse, and we're gonna do this. Let's just click on this icon here, ES2.
I can't handle your sensitivity. It's
oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm a very sensitive person, so I put my mouse sensitivity all the way to the max.
The mouse is going to go all over the place. So
let's see. So this is not the Riftborn. This is the Riftborn. That's a lot better.
Good. Yeah.
Do you want to play? Okay. So there's a few known issues with the build that we are putting today, as we were mentioning earlier last week. Actually, it's kind of a rough preview in some cases for multiplayer. So in the patch notes, you guys will have to make sure that you're reading. Can you change the sound? The people are saying that the sound's a bit loud. So yeah, in the options. So we really advise that you read the patch notes, because not only will this break the saves, because we've changed a few things on the tech tree. So you guys will have to make sure that if you want to carry on with your previous games, you disable the auto updates, or you just start a new game and start fresh. Let's go with the new game. Do you want to just hover over the traits for people?
Sure.
So okay, so the traits they have are Constructionists 2, which gives plus 20% production systems. Brave Travelers is the one that makes their ships go a bit slower.
Yep.
Then they start with the xenolinguistics technology already discovered. Rational Mind gives them plus 10 science. Biophobic is because, you know, they're really not used to this whole having things and being alive. We're not even sure that they have concrete separate entities in the dimension they come from. So -5 per fertile system, because all of these weird things of life, they're really not too keen on these.
They start with the technology, plasma mythology, and start with the manufacturing the epistos.
Oh, the epistos. Okay, so other robot people. When are you going to answer questions? Well, pretty much as we get them. As we were just showing earlier, we're trying to accommodate the chat in terms of answering questions, really. So when can you find the music on the internet? You should be able to find the music on the SoundCloud fairly soon, I think, on Flybino or Composer SoundCloud. So yeah, look forward to that. We'll make sure to anyway just send it to the rest of you. Yeah, you don't have enough of a leash. Let's see.
The mouse is
okay. All right. So any reason as to after the 0.1 update there's one slot left, or is that going to be a workshop races button? I'm not sure what you're referring to.
There is one slot left. What? This?
No, I think in the new game.
Yeah, but
it's because the one slot is going to be the Unfallen,
and there will be custom factions eventually.
For the one guy who's saying that his headphones broken, don't worry about it. We're gonna make the video available in Twitch chat in the history, so you'll be able to anyway just repeat the thing. Isn't that a very bad spot for the cam window? I agree with you, but actually, if you look at the game, you have all the menu over here. Then you have the here is all the basically all the tooltips from the planets. On this side is the turn counter, and on the top left is the all the quests. information. So this is pretty much the only spot where we're not covering any meaningful information. So yeah, that's where we're gonna be. If it proves really too distracting, we'll just shovel this thing far away and put it somewhere else.
All right, let's go.
Okay, what sort of strategy are the Riftborn ships focused around? Yeah, let's go. Let's just start.
They're like you'll see. They're really good glass cannons because they have a lot of slots that, well, you'll see. Like,
okay, weapon slots. They have a lot of weapon slots, really.
Yeah.
That was from. Are there any further plans to polish the UI? Yes, actually, you'll see from the patch notes. We have quite a few. How is multiplayer going to be? Any restrictions? Well, for the moment, as we were mentioning earlier, the multiplayer is fairly rough, so has a lot of desync problems and everything. So we've already started working on some of these, but you have a list of all the things you shouldn't do in the patch notes. Basically, we also suggest that you don't play with more than 4 people at the same time on the game, because this really increases the potential for desyncs and problems. So yeah, just make sure you read the patch notes and you should be sorted. You'll see the patch notes are pretty long, but if you just want to make sure that you don't have problems, the known issues all the way at the bottom. So yeah, check them out. But also read the whole thing, because we put some time in them to create those, so they're worth your time.
All right. So what should we start with? Let's start with that and that. And
any chance you can implement a function to see how far it is between 2 discovered systems? I'm not sure this is like, if it's possible to have this and have it be easy to what's up?
The stream is in front of the description. So.
Oh, the lore. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let's just move the camera. We're just gonna go all the way there, and we're just gonna hide the quests. But that's okay, because
I can show
anyway.
You
well, we're not gonna spoil the quests for the people who are just gonna play them. Let's just play and avoid doing the quests. Right. How about that?
All right.
No spoilers. So yeah, I was answering a question about. Sorry, I just got a message saying something very important about the stream itself. Yeah, about your suggestion regarding distance between systems. Make sure you suggest it as an idea. See how many people are interested in having it, and basically we'll review periodically IDs for implementation in the game. And if it's possible, and if many people think that it's something should be prioritized, we'll look into making it possible. The webcam placement. So what about it? Oh yeah, on the top right. Okay, that's fine. That works. How do you guys like the camera now? That should be okay. Oh,
damn the sensitivity.
You could probably lower the sensitivity inside the game if you like. Maybe of the mouse. I'm not sure you can do that.
I don't think so.
Oh, we have some things to show you actually while we're in the UI. So there is something new. We mentioned it, actually we just posted on the forums, but there is now the adaptive user interface size, which is meant for players who are playing with 4K or other exotic non-standard 1920 by 1080 screens. So do check it out. It's really it works really well. Some of the icons can be a bit stretched and a bit blurry, but otherwise it works really well. So, and there's also this new option, the progressive tooltips display. Basically, when you mouse immediately over something, you'll go from let's see, let's just mouse over the system if you like.
Like I have to select my technology.
Oh, okay, all right. So. Well, as you can see, you have the just do it over a couple times. See, you have the small tooltip that is displayed, and then after a time that you can actually set up yourself, you can get the extra lower bits and the visuals, the picture added. So it's a setting that you can select yourself. You can decide whether you always want the full thing, you always want the compact thing, or if you just want to have it progressive the way we set it by default. So it's really have it your way.
singularities that allow you to either speed up or slow down things. So right now I only have Hyperion, so I can only build a dilation singularity, which slows down. It slows down the content of a system. So it slows down the experience on heroes and ships. It slows down, it slows down the recovery rate for heroes, slows down production. And since I don't have titanium, I can't build the one that speeds up, so it's the one I want. Because obviously this one you want to cast on enemies and not yourself. Or if you like challenge.
Well, that sounds like more than a challenge. Sounds
like
fairly,
a stupid move. Yeah.
Yeah, a stupid move, exactly.
Right.
Is there any form of population control implemented? Can we genocide other races?
Not properly. If you divide us, yes. Like you can, if you have access to mercenaries and this technology that's called deniable operation, that's all the way up there somewhere. Yeah, I think, yeah, this one. This technology allows you to turn some ships, the mercenaries you might buy from manufacturing or from the marketplace, you can turn them into privateers that have no flag. And since they have no flag, they can attack your own ship. So you can basically send cravers from your systems to another and intercept them with privateers. But to answer the question, no, there is no proper genocide feature. Oh, hi. Eruptions.
Is the problem with the lack of space for laws solved by tech? Actually, that was kind of a different issue. I think we've changed some new things around the law system in general. We have made available a bunch of. Can you click on past laws? We have made available a bunch of new laws, as you can see, super tax acts. All these with the round icons, basically the circle thing, are basic laws that have no upkeep and are here to help you set up your system that is in a way that is not dependent on your current political parties and political currents. So you can have some things going on that don't necessarily go the same way as the rest of your faction. Especially, it's going to be very, very useful, I think, especially if you're military or one of those that are less focused towards development. All of these come with, I think, some kind of drawback, though. Is it right?
Yeah. This is why they don't give you upkeep. Like they don't increase this upkeep because they have a drawback. Like this one gives you 4 deaths per population on planets, but decrease your happiness by 1. This one, for example, gives you more manpower, and you will consume more food to create this manpower. So it means your population will grow slower. This one will increase your happiness, but decrease your science, and so on and so on. So for now, I don't want to pass any laws because I don't have it. I would like to pass this one, but I don't have enough happiness. I want to keep a high enough happiness. I'm not gonna pass this one, and I don't have enough influence for now to pass laws that cost upkeep. So I'm gonna hold on to that for now. Hiroshima. Oh, minor factions. So we have this new.
That's a new thing.
Yeah, we have this new screen. Well, it's revamped. And it works a bit differently. Now you can use influence to praise a minor faction as it used to be, but instead of giving you like 20 points as it used to be, it will give you a trend. It will increase every turn and fill this bar. I don't know if you can see on the stream, but there are
you can see the thresholds.
Okay.
Yeah,
you can see the thresholds, and every threshold will give you more of a reward. It's like the minor faction is granting you with gifts and
it's some kind of tribute, really.
Yeah, tribute.
They recognize your predominance. Well, not necessarily superior. I don't like to see it that way. Probably because I'm a cat there. But it's more like you guys are cool, so here's some stuff that we've made for you.
Yeah, and every threshold will increase what they give to you. So there is basically no reason not to be the best friend not to be best friend with everyone. And
the cool thing with the trend is that you kind of circumvent the issue of just like dropping 1,000 influence on a minor faction and then never interacting with those guys again because you've just assimilated them and that's the end of the story.
And of course, like any sort of compliment, it wears off after some time, and the biggest your trend, the higher the cost. For the bigger the trend, the bigger the cost in influence to keep praising, because
Okay.
and once you're someone's best friend, if you're above this last threshold, you unlock new action. You can pay luxuries to access a new action that the effect will depend on the ideology. So pacifist, we added the pragmatist ideology too, and the warmonger ideology.
So just chiming in here. No, that's 6 p.m. CET. That is half an hour from now. Chill, guys. It's under control. We're just making the wait a little easier on you guys by showing you what's inside. So don't worry about it. We actually
New thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
But another cool new thing about that is that praise is now not the only way to increase your standing with a minor faction. You can actually, for example, discover research a curiosity on their system, and they will like you for doing the work for them. So, we discovered luxury resources.
That's a new notification.
Is it?
The picture, yeah.
All right.
Wow, I'm just saying.
And see, now we have, instead of +1, we have +2 for 5 turns because we did the work for them. And if I managed, which will probably not happen in the stream, but if I manage to extend my influence area all the way there, I will have some kind of benefit too.
Question here. Are fighters and bombers already in the game? I don't remember. No, they're slated for release. That is the next big update. Other question, will we be able to finish the game or be bombarded by these things? As I was saying earlier, while we've tried our hardest to make the game as stable as we can, you'll possibly, I'm not going to say probably, but it's a very possible thing, encounter problems, in which case we really need your information to be able to fix them. So that will be on the bug reports forum, which is on the Games Together platform. So make sure that you report them so that they can be addressed as soon as possible. Will you be able to sell systems on the market?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, so I don't think so. Maybe Midok, who's in the chat, might have an answer for that one, but I think you can only sell outposts so far, or have systems traded as part of a diplomatic negotiation. But I don't think you can just sell those on the market. Question regarding multiplayer: can we enter combat with another allied player against the AI? Do you want me to take that one? It's okay, I got it.
I don't think so.
Actually, you cannot for now. It's something we're looking at ultimately, but that might be past release, because this is a bit more complicated. Like, we need to have the allies actually have their own combat trajectories into the tactics that you're playing. By the way, we changed the name from plays to tactics because it's a little more immersive. So if you guys haven't seen the blog post we made on immersion 2 days ago, be sure to check it out. So yeah, we need a whole host of things for your allies to be doing basically when they lend you a hand that is not just like a bonus. Oh, my ally helped me plus 50% damage or something. So we're looking to making it happen, not for now. How extensive will be the modding support? Full and custom faction abilities, ships, etc. Well, the problem here is that a lot of the balance changes, if you like, are very easy to implement. But when it comes to creating ships, etc., it is very, very time-consuming. I'm going to say very expensive in terms of man-hours to be able to attain the level of quality that we have put in those ships. For instance, if you were to even just grab the ships from Endless Space 1 and put them next to Endless Space 2 ships, that would look very bad. That would look like, I don't know, Game Boy characters next to some, I don't know, I'm not going to say Wii U or Switch because it's still kind of crummy, but next to Horizon Zero Dawn or Mass Effect characters. So they wouldn't look great. And it's always a problem in terms of making this able to implement, but you'll be able to play with customization of each race. And we're going to implement all these custom traits for you to play with. So hopefully you'll still get quite a bit to create the faction of your dream.
Regarding pirates, for update 3, we tuned them down.
Oh, thank God.
So, Yeah, they should be much less of an annoyance right now, and we also both tune them down in number because we knew they were in excessive amounts, but also in strength. Like some ships were a bit too strong and we nerfed them, and some were a bit too weak and we buffed them. All right. Should I be a prick to Horatio?
Well, he's probably going to be a prick right back at you, so I think you probably should.
I'll better be on my way.
Yeah?
Oh, I can actually build this bubble now.
Oh, the compression bubble to speed time up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna build it, and it's gonna be here in my inventory on next turn. So let's do this. Alright, nice. I'll level up.
For the question regarding the geniuses of the endless, actually all victory conditions should be in the game. So you need all 4 to get the science victory, but they're in now. So yeah, you get it.
You have the genius here.
Yeah, they're all the ones that have the little twirly things around them. So if you
here and here.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, they have this little white thing on the side.
And they have this. What you said, twirly thing on that.
Okay, so they're fairly easy to spot once you're zoomed in.
Okay, I have the bubble. I almost forgot. Let's see this.
There was a question regarding customization and the possibility of coloring ships. Not sure about that one. Basically, considering that customization and custom races in general are still something that we're working on or going to be working on in the future. I think it would be best for you guys to just express, in the ideas section on our forum, what you guys want to see, and if it's possible, we're going to try and make it happen, because there are some things we're definitely not going to be able to make happen in general, or that are going to be very costly. But if it's possible, and it's not at the detriment of something else, we're going to try and make it happen.
I don't have enough dust. I would have liked to be a jerk, but I can't, unfortunately.
What's the problem? What are you trying to do here?
I wanted to create a slowdown bubble, dilation singularity, but I don't have enough dust. Damn.
How much is it going to cost you?
250.
Oh yeah, that's good. Well, I mean, then again, it's turn 8. If you're going to be an ass to people on turn 8,
yeah, and
it's kind of an awful thing to do.
I'm afraid he actually took the only colonizable planet. Don't worry, I have manufactions. I'm gonna beat him at manufactions. Alright. Alright, I need to invest this.
Yeah, any other questions in chat? We're available. We're not talking right now, so feel free to make us do so. Is this a multiplayer match? No, it's not. Mostly because the other ones are... Well, there's one in the chat right now, that's me, Duck. And the other couple are probably doing something else at the moment. So no, we're not playing, but we might be playing next week a multiplayer game or something. If you guys are interested, let us know. If you want to see the devs at each other's throats. We have some devs that are really, really devious. If you haven't seen his portraits on the blog last week, make sure to read Jean-Luc's portrait. He's a game designer, and he's very well known for being treacherous. So, if that's the kind of content you want to see, here's your guy. Cyberloth, if the Steam servers in your country are a problem, you can always change them in the settings and download from somewhere else. I remember that I used to download from Germany, actually, back in the day when the ones in France tended to be very busy. So don't hesitate to do that, and then just switch back.
Review Curiosity Expedition. I don't know, can we?
Well, that's one neither of us has the answer to, so Midok, if you have an answer for that one.
I just don't understand the question.
Can we review... I'm not sure. Can you specify your question regarding Curiosity Expedition level technologies?
Okay. Yeah, next turn I'll be able to be a prick. That's why I'll let it for.
Oh, so you're going to be placing the mean singularity?
Well, he took the only colonizable system in the constellation, so...
Yeah, no, I mean, you do what you have to do, man.
Yeah. Ratio. Alright. Damn. I need to get my explorer over here. Yeah. Start building another one to defend.
Oh, in case you guys haven't seen, do you want to zoom in on the planet to show the nighttime activity and all the lights and everything on the one you've colonized? Click on it.
This one?
Yeah. So you guys, if you can see on the left-hand side on the night sky, you have some ships orbiting and the cities and everything, and they just basically turn the lights on at night. It was in the game, but it was really not as visible earlier, so we've made sure that it's something that is a noticeable effect. We think it's a pretty cool way of showing that as you progress through the game and as your planet develops, well, basically it starts showing signs of life. How do singularities work? Do you want to give a basic outlook of the way they work?
Yeah, so you have basic singularities that are here that you can build, and you have two others that you can unlock through the tech tree. Those singularities will cost you a certain amount of dust and strategic resources, and once you can queue them, and once you build them, they will be placed in your, let's call it an inventory, okay? They will be placed in your inventory.
Your giant bag of holding.
Yeah, whatever you call it. And once they're here, you can select them by left-clicking and drop them on the target system, provided you have this system in your range of vision. So, for example, if all my ships and systems are here, and 3 turns ago I discovered some guy here, I wouldn't be able to place something on his system simply because it's not technically my vision. So yeah, that's how it works, and it has a limited duration, so we can see...
How many turns?
10, yeah, 10 for the basics at least.
Okay, so you can improve the duration? How can you affect it?
Well, I mean, 10 for those two. I don't remember exactly for the two the two advanced levels, singularities. What else? Yeah, and once they expire, they just disappear, and you can replace them by another level.
What's the manufacturing was that? I'm not sure I remember this icon.
It's this valley.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen those guys much.
Yep. So, I actually got the technology now.
You're gonna stop praising?
Yeah. Well, I need another system. Sure. That's it.
Our singularity is the same as luxuries and endless legend. No, not exactly. Basically, singularities make the time go faster or slower in a specific system. So there is something that is specific to the Riftborn. So contrarily to the luxuries, which could be used by any empire to make, their affairs go better in general, this is something that is very, very specific to the Riftborn to make either their systems better through compression, singularities, or enemy systems go slower or even get stuck altogether through time dilation.
So here we can see one of the challenges of the Riftborn is that you have to build their population. So you can only queue population when you have empty slots, but it doesn't mean because you queue the population, something else won't, another faction won't grow. So you have to be careful about what you produce and when. Otherwise, yeah, I have to cancel it. Otherwise, you can just like I did, mess up a bit, and it's a mess up a bit plus mess up a bit plus. And it can end up being fairly difficult for newcomers, so I don't think it's a faction that should be played by new players for the first time.
I mean, just no one's judging you, just play them. You're not going to do great, and probably everything is going to end in fire and everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
But if that's the way you're having fun,
I mean, if you want to
go for it. But yeah, if you want, who cares about winning? It's about having fun, man.
True.
So yeah, someone in the chat wants to see the units of the Riftborn, so I'm assuming they mean the ships. We haven't unlocked many, but let's just have a look at the ones we have. So this one is a tiny ship. It's an exploration role mostly. Yeah, you can see the tiny Christmas bauble on top, and everything is really cute. Do you want to switch to the other one?
Sure. And this is the colonizer.
Okay, so this is a civilian, more civilian-oriented ship, and well, it doesn't look as mean.
And you have the auto upgrade that automatically upgrades.
Ooh, yeah,
modules.
that's a new thing. Guys, check it out.
All right, so what it does is when you click on this button, you select a ship design and click on this button, and what it will do is it's gonna upgrade every single module if you have an existing version that is better. So here I have 34 attack, 43 defense, and 7 movement points.
Interesting placeholders.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, me neither. I haven't seen anything. You haven't seen anything, guys.
So let's see.
Have we talked about the time control stuff yet?
And
yes,
now I have 9 movement points because
okay.
with my research I unlocked new engines, and they were upgraded thanks to this feature. So I'm gonna do the same here. I have 8 movement points, and I get 11. Good.
So there is a question. There's a bit law-oriented. Will it be just like that in ES2? The one who has dust has everything. Actually, well, without spoiling a lot of the story of Endless Space 2, because there is a story. Each faction has its own story that it's trying to tell. You know, it has a situation, comes from some place, and it's trying to go some other place, has some issues to solve along the way, and that's going to be choices for you to make as a player. But there's also something happening in the galaxy. You're not, you know, on a blank slate trying to do things your way. You're arriving in a galaxy that has known, you know, many factions have risen and failed before. The best known of which being the Endless, and you know, you're gonna uncover the Endless's secrets. Well, some of them anyway. And how you're gonna react to that is gonna be a very central point in the plot of Endless Phase 2, and of course it wouldn't be the Endless without them being tied to dust. So yeah, look forward to that. Alright, do you want to click on this notification here?
This?
Yes.
This?
Yep.
Why?
So I can see who's that person saying. Okay.
Right.
Right, can you click on here so we can see the chat again? Thank you. All right, we're gonna be closing very soon, I think.
Yeah.
Most probably because, well, most definitely because we need to actually get going, and so we can stop putting the update online. But we're gonna take a few more questions, I guess, before we leave. So if you guys have anything, shoot. Otherwise, we'll have a recap video that basically shows everything that's new. So if you haven't been, if you've just caught the stream now, you can just watch what you've missed and be pretty much up to date on what's new. Will there be some? Oh yeah, actually there was a question earlier about planet destruction. Not in the game yet. Look forward to it for release. We're still working on it. Some of the results are pretty damn devastating. So fun stuff.
So
someone says, "Love you, BB. We love you back."
Yeah, boy.
No, that's just weird.
Yeah, other questions. What are the planets terraforming? I want to change all planets to my system to be terraformed. Wait, it moved. For now, terraforming only converges towards like Terran or Forest or Monsoon kind of planets. I haven't heard of any plan of allowing to terraform towards like more extreme types, such as desert to lava or something. Mm-hmm. But it's a possibility if you want lava planets for industry, for example. I don't know, but it's not something we have in our plans for now.
Okay. We had a question other plans to add narration to quests. I love the voice actors in the prologues. Well, actually, not in the quests themselves, because there's a lot of quests. But in the diplomacy, I think we have voiceovers from the diplomats. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, I'm not sure it's in for everyone at this stage, but it's definitely something we're trying to do. So, and that actually works pretty well.
Yep.
So show off some of the new planets and systems graphics. Let's start with Vanguard, I guess.
Yeah.
So Vanguard, we've shown before, is the home planet of the Riftborn.
Yep.
So you know they kind of like it. Like they really don't like much of anything in our universe. It's really something they have to suffer through. But Vanguard is something that they can stomach because it's mostly white and featureless. So they're okay with it. It's not great, but it's fine.
We have minor world rich here, but I'm not sure we can see it really well on
It's
a
probably
lava
not gonna
planet.
show, it's not going to show much. Have we got any? We haven't colonized the other system.
Yeah,
We're in the process, so we can't really show them from up close.
Sometimes you can if you're lucky, but we might get some rings. What is this?
Binary moons.
See, you can see the moons here, like
Oh.
2 moons, one here
Yeah.
and one here.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, so let's just move on from that one. We have some actually on the blog if you're looking for that kind of stuff. We have some screenshots of the new planets, the new graphics, including one of SolarWinds from system. Actually, if you zoom in back on this system,
This one?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can see SolarWinds on the left hand side. So that's pretty much the one flowing thing from the side. I think it's pretty cool looking. You guys tell us what you think. Let's just go back down the questions in the chat.
I'm scrolling the game.
Yeah, it's a fantastic idiosyncrasy of XSplit that it's scrolling everything at the same time. Ender T, you're gonna keep your hands to yourself. Thank you very much. Is there any new, more given information about weapon interaction, shields, and targeting? I think we have a blog post that was posted yesterday about a lot of stuff concerning battle, and there is one aspect in particular regarding modules. Yeah. I don't think there is more on that specific question, but we cover quite a bit of ground, so you might find what you're looking for. Oh, regarding all the people asking for videos at the end, like there are for the introductions, well, just be patient, guys. We're gonna have something cool for the end, but obviously we need all the factions to be there before we can put the cool stuff of the end, which is the same reason why you don't have the ending for the quests at the moment. We want for you guys to have something to do at the very end on release. So yeah. So can fleets help other fleets in combat now? Nope, not yet.
Reinforcements.
As I was mentioning, reinforcements not part of this update just now. We're looking into it. I think that's pretty much it for now. So let's just.
Any way to create luxury resources synthetically, or still need direct access to it? You still need direct access to it, or you can buy them from the marketplace.
Market, basically. Vultures, no. Okay, well, guys, thanks for joining us. We're gonna move over to the video that is basically a recap of the updates. So, any other questions you may have, feel free to ask in the chat. We have some of our game team present here to answer questions. Again, thanks for joining us. The update is dropping in about 10-15 minutes from now. So we hope you like it. As usual, give us feedback on the forums, on Twitter, on Facebook. We're listening. Thanks. Bye. Don't move.
Endless Space 2 Early Access is still going strong. In this video, we'll cover the new content, features, and improvements introduced in Update 3. Let's start with our 7th major faction, the Riftborn. Hailing from an alternate dimension orthogonal to the endless universe, the Riftborn would have happily led out their abstract, timeless existence, entirely ignorant of galactic strife, were it not for a breach that precipitated a disaster of unimaginable proportions. Like a poisoned blade slashed deep into clean flesh, the rift acted as a source of terrible disorder in their pristine geometrical universe. Desperate, unable to halt the disease's advance no matter what they tried, the Riftborn took the last available course of action that might lead to their survival. Together with their strange time-shifting abilities, they stepped into the endless universe, sheathed in quasi-robotic forms. The Riftborn may be outsiders in an unfamiliar galaxy, but that does not mean they're arriving unprepared. In fact, their unique affinity, continuum sculptors, gives them power over the flow of time itself. With the ability to create various singularities that slow, hasten, or even stop time over entire star systems, the Riftborn possess a powerful ability in their quest for survival, one that may even secure supremacy. Riftborn ships are designed with a single purpose in mind: efficiency. As such, they are not bound by the laws of physics that other races of the endless universe must obey, and the geometrical patterns and orbiting nodes of their ships echo their quasi-robotic forms. Their hulls can be equipped with a higher number of modules compared to other faction ships, but are a lot less versatile when it comes to loadout. Riftborn ships are so specialized that attack ships provide little defensive capacity, while support ships are almost bereft of weapons. If they are led by a smart admiral who can take advantage of their strengths, they can prove to be a formidable opponent for any fleet. Update 3 also includes 2 brand new minor factions, the Neres and the Bagaba. The Neres are a cephalopodic species who have risen from the oceans to claim the lands through industrial application. Faced with environmental destruction of their habitat, the Neres develop an ecological mindset and now look to the stars with hope. The Bagaba also hail from a watery world, but that is where the similarities with the Neres end. The Bagaba are creatures made of coral and the puppets of a vast alien supermind that arose naturally from the interplay of tides and rocks. Curious and peaceful, they are one of the most unusual life forms in the galaxy. Update 3 introduces many new features, content, and improvements. Multiplayer is now available for up to 8 players. They are along with new galaxy types and size for you to battle over. Speaking of battles, ship design now provides more information. We've added a new tactical view, and advanced battle reports will help you analyze your decisions. We've introduced several improvements to the tech tree's interface following community feedback, along with a rebalancing of the military quadrant for a better pacing. Generated galaxies should feel more alive, with new curiosities, planet anomalies, planetary activity, and orbital traffic. But that's not all. Update 3 also introduces marketplace events, multiplayer quests, new minor faction ships, advanced diplomatic interactions, AI dialogues, and many GUI improvements. The early access, next and final update will include the Unfallen, a new major faction designed by the community. New minor factions, fighter and bomber ships, an improved AI, moding support, localization, tutorials, cutscenes, and much more. Sharing your ideas is easier than ever on the Games Together platform, thanks to our New Ideas feature. So join now and help us craft the best strategy game we can.